This is on the desk, guys, and we are just about to get live into the game. We are beginning now with Valiance over on that T side. Well, it is actually the knife round. I thought you guys said that it was going to be the side chase for Pride. I guess that was a little bit incorrect. It seems like there will be a knife round, so it's going to be as fair as possible. So I presume both teams, even though you mentioned maybe want to start on that T side to actually control the pace early on, I presume both sides maybe want to just get off to the more comfortable start rather on that CT side. And we are going to see now, it is still the knife round. I'm not really going to be casting this, of course. It is just kind of people stabbing each other back and forth with the knives, but it looks like it should be going in the favor of Valiance, and there you go. It is going to be those that take it, and let's see what side they're going to decide to begin on. And there we go. They have actually decided to swap, so they are going to be going with that CT side to side that they may be more comfortable with. Just sit back, get themselves warmed up, and allow Pride to have to try and control this side, the pace of the game rather. But Pride may be happy enough with that. As mentioned before, this is probably one of their best maps. But Valiant, on the other hand, also it's not really a map they play too often. But when they do, they have had a good record on the past, and especially even against Pride, they've had a very solid record. Either way, now we are going to be going live into this pistol round. We are going to have over on that CT side, just so far going to be 4 sets of Kevlar and also that kit, I believe, onto Emmy. I can't actually see it because of the chat, but yeah, there we go. It is going to be a kit and 2 flashes as the terrorists decide to just go with 1 player onto that utility. So right now, majority of the presence for the terrorist side, just holding outside a ramp, waiting to see if any aggression comes in, and it may be a bit of a faster round coming in by Pride. And this could be a good decision. Right now, it's a retake setup from the CTs. Valiance just sitting back in CT spawn. We see one player trying to spot that with the USP. I believe that was Neno, and he spots quite a lot of players actually jumping out of ramp. That'll be called on the rotate. As you can see, it is going to be coming in now. Bomb in the B app. Looks like they may actually be trying to split in towards B, and intel from the little cubby. He finds himself 2 quick headshots. Has the support of Emmy, and this isn't what Pride wanted by any means. They get the bomb down at least over on the B bomb site, but in a 2-on-5, it's going to be a very difficult round for them to try and clutch out. Morel's pushing up closer to the kitchen now, trying to at least get himself a bit of a more advanced position. Maniz finds a very crucial frag actually. They're taking out Hunter on the flank, and then the remaining CT is going to be coming in from kitchen and short. 1 more from Morel's. But will it be enough is the question. Maniz, no Kevlar, and 3 players to try and find these kills onto. The bomb is being tapped to the defuse kit. It is in the hands of Emmy, but he's been taken down now, and the time can just be played. Bomb retrieve, or rather the defuse kit retrieved by Neno as he taps the bomb. Maniz not falling for it though, but he eventually pushes out and another headshot comes in. Maniz finding some massive frags at the moment as it's all onto 1 player. Toxic to try and clutch this one out. Maniz only 6 HP, but there's no time. Toxic backing off, and Maniz has done it. He wins the 1-on-3. What a great performance there to start us off by Pride. It was looking like it was going to be going in favour of Valiance, but the 2-on-5 was just absolutely spectacular. Over on the CT side, looks like they will go for the force buy though. It is usually what's going to happen. A lot of teams recently actually have been deciding to, instead of invest that Kevlar, just go for Desert Eagles. But I guess the full investment coming in this time by Valiance, they are confident enough to be able to get this done with just the pistols and also that 1 UMP on the intel. Right now, Pride looks like they will be going for mid-control. With those rifles especially, you want to be going for the positions where you can take those longer range angles. Keep yourself in a position where you're going to be favoured in every single aim duel that you actually take. And for the moment, they're just waiting to see if any aggression comes in. Waiting to see if any of those pistols were trying to push up closer and close the distance. And Neno attempting to do so towards ramp will actually end up winning that battle out against Patitek. Takes down that 4th player. Weapon should be retrievable, and now the remaining 4 terrorists are just going to look to try and make their way up short, and that should be towards an open B bomb site. Emmy going to be the closest player from kitchen with a CZ. Not the best weapon at this range, but that's not the damage is actually going to be connected on towards Maniz, and this is looking a little bit awkward now for Pride. Morel's luckily enough for that AK finds 1. 2 players low HP, and Hunter on the flank finds 1 kill also. That's all he'll be able to get before he is indeed dropped. And now we're in a 3-on-2. Bomb down on the middle of the bomb site at the moment. And these terrorists looking to try and reclaim it. Both coming in from short. Khalil and an AK. Low HP onto both players now actually as Toxic takes down 1 more. AK in his hands, and it's going to be closed out by Valiance as they manage to bring themselves right back into it. And after kind of throwing away that pistol round, they managed to redeem themselves. They capitalised with just those pistols. And now the scoreline has been equalised. Pride looking like they may be looking towards a double eco, and because of that, the force buy looking extremely likely. Interestingly enough, actually, Toxic's going to be going straight for this AWP. Can be a little bit dangerous up against these pistols. He should be aware that it's going to be a half buy now coming in by Pride, but I guess he's willing enough to just take that over towards window, wait and see if any of those pistols go for a similar strat as the previous round, see if Pride try and once again just pile out mid. If that was to happen, he would be able to likely just take 1 frag and then fall back off into safety. Right now, Valiant's playing fairly passive. They know what they're up against. They don't really want to overextend and give any of these weapons away. Stay in positions where once the terrorists actually do begin to move, the trades are going to be possible for the CT side. And oh my god, no, Reetzy's managed to sneak his way into the window. Takes down the op player. Toxic gets dropped, and now that's actually an op into the hands of Reetzy. He could get a lot of damage done. Hunter, luckily enough, manages to find that headshot just as the smoke pops. brings us back into an equal situation once again. A 4-on-4. And they're also going to trade his rifle over towards his teammate. I really like that play. Going to be taking the MP9 himself. He knows that with that low HP, he's not going to be quite as useful as I believe that was Intel would be. Or rather, that was actually Emmy. But right now, with a 4-on-4, not really a bad position by any means for Pride. They still have themselves that op to work with. Maniz could try to find some sort of an opening towards one of the bomb sites. And then those pistols can just try and capitalize on it, especially with Hunter already quite low HP. As now Pride do begin to make a decision about where they want to take this. Grouping up over towards A. One player still lurking in towards the window room. The only problem is, it seems like the CTs themselves have a bit of an idea what may be happening. That aggressive Molotov is going to be the lane to be pushed. They have one player on short ready to try and support that player in jungle, but he needs to be wary if we do see Reitz, I believe that is pushing up early on. He could find that kill before he's actually, there's a possibility of a trade rather. I know from CT spawn now. Spots out the first player. Maniz with the op manages to actually connect that shot, brings him down to 14 and Reitz from behind. Finally, that flank is going to have an opportunity to actually get something done. Hunter, low HP as we mentioned before, looking to try and find some sort of an opening back in towards this bomb site. Reitz holding the murder hole, and Emmy from the stairs is going to have to try and get a lot of work done. Hunter just trying to make his way through this murder hole. He knows that there's a player on the other side of it, and it's basically a death trap at this point, and I don't really think there's too much that can be done unless Emmy gets a lot of damage done from the stairs, and it doesn't seem likely. Reitz should have this final kill, and there you go. Both headshots are going to be coming in, rather both kills, one of those being a headshot, and it is going to be Pride instantly coming back into it. Once again with the pistols, they are going to be coming out victorious. It doesn't look like Valiance, though, do want to go ahead and give that one up. No Eco's going to be coming in quite yet. It's not too bad of a buy. It's a little bit better than the one that they actually did have, rather, on that previous force, but going to be difficult once again. This time the terrorists, they're not going to leave one player alone over towards ramp. Not going to give the opportunity for any weapons to be dropped. They are just going to go as 5, stick together and ensure that the trades do come in, and Reitz spamming into the smoke connects a lot of damage. A nice nade actually does come back in return from Hunter, but not really as much is going to be done in return, so still much favoured for the Pride side as they continue to just hold towards middle, waiting to see if any mistakes are going to be made. Emmy, nice nade there. That should be on the Morels and brings them down to 46. So every bit of damage is important, especially when you only have these pistols and the SMGs to actually be able to finish those players off with just a little bit more ease. But now a minute remains in Pride. They're going to have to start making the decisions soon about where they want to take this. And right now, one player up short. A great flash goes in, allows Petitek to take down Hunter. And now on a 5-on-4, the CTs themselves are looking to try and make a play to bring this back in their own favour. Not really going to work out. Once again, a single kill comes in by Toxic, but he's going to be instantly traded out by Reitz. And now the terrorist just going to be swarming this A-bomb site. And now going to be the sole defender. Even then, he's pushed in towards ramp. He's in a decent position to maybe catch one of these players by surprise. But he's too aware. He has the game sense. He's going to be holding that spot, takes him down. And now it's all onto Intel. Position, of course, is going to be known. He's taken that one kill from the CT spawn, but now with his position known, it's going to be hard for him to even try and save this AK if he'd like to do so. And there we go. He is going to be found, rather. Pride with a 3-1 start, finally capitalising on one of those rounds, being able to actually win up against those pistols. And now Valiance, we should see the full eco coming in, and Pride should be starting this off with a 4-1 scoreline, unless some really heroic players are brought out with most likely just these USPs, because they don't even really have the money to upgrade the P250s or anything of the like. Pride, maybe seeing a bit of a faster paced round, I believe. Mark 10 instantly out towards mid, looking to just try and make its way up connector, I do believe. And with 3 players grouped that ramp, this should be very difficult defense for the CT side. But Toxic actually does manage to find the first. Neno was hiding in the cubby there in connector, and his position wasn't actually noted. And Morels, because of that, is going to drop a Mach 10 over to the CT side to use. Not really too important. Pride should still be favoured in this position, but Maniz towards top mid really is getting some work done. Finds himself a quick double. Tom able to take down Neno in the process, and Hunter eventually finds that trade towards top middle and manages to actually retrieve himself that AWP. Question is, does he bother going for this? Because it's very unlikely that they can actually pull off a 2-on-3 retake, and especially with Intel falling now, Hunter just saving this up, going to be carrying that over, and that should be dropped over to Toxic, I believe. The economy of Pride isn't too great. I'm not really sure if hunting would actually be worth it in this position. If they lose one more weapon, they'll have to... Well, they won't really be building themselves up any bank at this point. Probably want to just... If they are hunting, stick at least in groups of 2. Make sure that they can pick up the trade, lose one more weapon at the most, and be able to actually build themselves up some decent economy. Because going into this following round now, Valiant's going to be coming out with that buy. They will, of course, be looking to try and break the economy of Pride to get themselves right back into this. And Hunter actually holding that angle on Kitchen unscoped just at the perfect timing for that terrorist to stay alive, and he will be found. Perfect use of that Molotov to actually force him out into the open. And there we go, Pride, as expected, they are going to get that 4-1 lead. And Valiant's coming in with a buy now. I don't know if they're going to have enough for an up, unless Toxic rather wants to go for the glass cannon, and he has actually decided to do so. He's a player that can have a massive amount of impact, so let's see if he's going to be able to do so in this round, which I think is going to be needed a little bit more, even considering we don't really see a lot of utility coming out for that CT side. We could see Pride attempting to abuse that with a bit of a faster paced round, but it doesn't seem so. Instead, focusing on that mid control once again, a bit of a standard default coming in. Trades do successfully come back and forth, putting Pride in an advantageous situation once again. And Hunter looking to try and regress. He is aware now that 4-on-4 is going to favour the terrorist side. It is going to split that CT defence up and leave some holes and weaknesses that could be exploited by Pride. There's now the bomb making its way in towards B, it seems, and this will be the correct decision if they do decide to fully commit onto this B-bomb site. We've seen no players currently in position to actually try and hold. There's a bit of a gamble coming in from the Serbian side to stack up that A-bomb site. May not be the correct decision, but as I say that, finding both of those kills is super important. That gives them the chance now to just go for this retake. They do, of course, have one defuse kit. The terrorists not 100% sure, rather, that this B-bomb site is clear quite yet, so they take a little while actually managing to clear it before they go for the bomb plant. But now on a 2-on-4, the CT is just getting themselves into position to try and go for this retake together. Stick in a quick unit rather, and just ensure that they pick up trades from this point forward. Emmy with the up. Holding this angle in towards kitchen, waiting to see if any mistakes are made. See if Reitz goes for the peak. Hunter from apartments looking to just try and spot out the position of both of these players. And I think he's aware that there's a player on short, and he is indeed, as he finds himself that kill all onto Reitz now. 1-on-4. Finds the first position now known. Should be a trade coming in from this point onwards, but he finds a low HP player. Doesn't matter though. Neno from short indeed finds that trade successfully, and Intel easily has this defuse. I've just been informed that I was pronouncing Joxic wrong. My apologies. I was actually told before when I was casting this team that it was Toxic. And I'll also try and slow down my cast in a small amount. Apologies. But yeah, once again, the buy coming in from Pride. They still have the economy. They aren't really going to be struggling too much in this one. They don't really have too much left over, so if they lose this, we could see Valiance manage to get themselves another free round onto the board. But for now, Pride continuing on with this fairly standard default, just going over towards middle once again, working that up from Maniz, seeing if any mistakes are made by the Valiant side, if any peaks come in. And actually Valiants themselves have gone for a bit of a different setup. They've decided to go for this double up and send them one of those over towards B apartment that allows that one player to kind of just keep that position locked down, get the info early on if anyone that actually does come towards this side of the map, and take a bit of a gamble. Then, as you can see, they've gone aggressive on A ramp also, playing two players forward up, just looking to play forward of any smokes that may come in later in the round. But here we go. Intel peeks in towards middle, finds a great headshot onto Tom, and actually manages to drop the bomb in the process. Of course, it's not really in a position that he can actually try and hold it down, but at least gets the info that that's the position of the bomb currently. And now on a 4-on-5, Pride desperately looking to try and bring this back. Maniz, he's looking to try and work this from connector. Spots out the shoulder of Joxic, but he's not actually going to be able to take the kill. But the T-Tech from Palace, that's a really nice find. He finds the timing. He's aware that the player on site was a little bit preoccupied by the op and connector. And now on a 4-on-4, the T's have multiple positions to try and come into this A-bomb site from. And Morels, he may be able to find one player getting aggressive here on short, and he does so, as does Maniz onto Neno. And it's beginning to fall apart for the Serbian side. Intel, though, he's playing for the long run. He is not going to try and capitalize on that kill instantly. He instead waits a little while, and he's going to be able to find 2 kills out of that. Emmy also finding Reitz now leaves it all onto Morels in a 1-on-2, but it's certainly winnable. Low HP onto both of these players. And it is going to be towards the B-bomb site now, where he actually gets this bomb down. And this is a really good position right now for Pride. Morels, even though he's in a 1-on-2, he only needs a single bullet connected onto both of these players, and he still has utility to work with. And now both of the CTs just looking to try and stick together, ensure that trades can come in. No utility does remain, so they don't have any flashes even to try and get themselves into a position to blind them up. As Intel with the op, not the player you'd normally be seeing on this weapon, but he'd be looking to try and get it done. And Morels, he finds the first position now, no, and only needs to find Intel, and he's going to be successful. The 1-on-2 comes in, and it is going to be Pride taking yet another round. And the economy of Valiance now has been broken, as it's a 5-2 scoreline for the Polish side. Fulico going to be coming in though. No first buy at the moment. There is one player in Fulico territory, that is Hunter, but I guess they want to just play for the long run, want to try and get the best buy round out that they can in the, probably not upcoming round, but most likely the one afterwards. As Pride towards middle should be able to find this round quite easily. I don't really think too much fight will be put up by Valiance. Maybe a couple of kills with these USPs, which would be ideal. Let's force some more rebuys. As now over towards middle. They all face together. I like this. It is an attempt to try and at least ensure that a couple of kills are picked up. Hunter finds one, but as expected, the AKs are going to be able to do most of the work, and I believe that was actually Morel's to take 4. The ace will be denied, though, as Reitz comes from underpass, finds the final kill onto Joxic, and 6-2 for Pride, but it seems like the buy will actually come out for Valiance now. They don't want to allow Pride to take any more rounds without actually trying to contest it. Bit of a weaker buy than perhaps hoped for the CT side, but it is at least a decent amount of utility for them to work with. Very few Molotovs. The one that they did have available, I believe, has already been used towards the ramp. And a UMP and a FAMAS for Hunter and Neno, but not a bad buy overall. Intel working towards Connector. I don't think he's aware that Morels is actually already pushed up close left, but he's going to find the kill either way. Morel's not in the position to have anyone to actually pick up that trade either. That means that for free, the CTs are able to get a 5v4 advantage, and Hunter, great pop flash comes in by his teammate to allow him to take down yet another player. And in a 5-on-3, Pride looking to desperately try and bring this back once again. They've been successful in the past. Will they be able to do it this time? Reitz, he comes up Connector, takes down Intel from behind. Unexpected that there could have been a player in that position apparently, and now the T is, let's see what they decide to do. You have to really regroup. They still have a lot of time to work with. Neno with the UMP finds one player running up towards A alone, and Reitz, he falls to the UMP of Neno. And now in a 4-on-2, Tom and Petit Tech going to be looking to try and clutch this one out. Hunter peeking in towards middle, looking to try and get himself some info. Doesn't spot out anyone, but now he will be aware that both these players have made their way up Connector. Hunter finds the first. Should be just playing for time now. Doesn't really need to actually peek this player, but Joxic comes in to ensure that there is a player in position to ensure that if he does get taken down, the trade will instantly come in, and Valiance finally getting themselves another round. Pride don't have as good of an economy as I would have expected after winning a couple of rounds in a row, but they will still be able to afford to buy. Full set of AKs for the terrorist side. No op for Minis this time. We'll be just working with a rifle, and let's see what Pride decide to go for. So far, it has just been fairly standard with them, just sending mostly 3 players over towards middle, looking to just try and get some control, but this time they've changed it up. One player aggressive down mid, Minis looking to try and get some control towards Connector, and it seems like we may be seeing an A execute coming in. Tom in the Palace, 3 players grouped up on ramp. And the CT is, they're actually in a really good position right now to try and hold this. They already have a triangle of doom set up between CT, Palace and Stairs. But now the smokes go down to cut off a couple of these players. Tom is going to be able to take down Neno as he has no support at all. Petit Tech not able to find that spray transfer, and Joxic does actually manage to fall back off and stay alive for the moment. So in a 4-on-4 now, bomb should be getting planted. Valiance looking to just try and get something done, but it's the terrorists instead to push forward. Morels, he finds too quickly as he finds both Intel and Hunter. Emmy eventually trades it. That 2-for-1 that they were able to get. Joxic and Emmy, will they be able to successfully pull off this retake? Very little utility remains. The Molotov used to try and clear out one of the positions towards the A-bomb site. A flash still also in play. Maniz from top mid. He does his job to shut down Emmy, and Joxic now not even in a position to try and trade. Rather, I was going to say at this point he should be just backing off, but too far forward, too committed to that retake to be able to actually fall off. And once again, the eco coming in for the Serbian side. So Pride continuing to build up a very solid half. It was mentioned that some people were saying this is Pride's best map, and they're definitely showing that it is one of their best maps at the moment anyway, with this performance that they're showing on the terrorist side. Valiance, on the other hand, not a map they've played too much, but they have had a good record on it, so I was expecting perhaps a little bit more, but then again, it is still early game, and especially with Intel being able to find that one kill towards short, that could be something for them to work with. But then again, it's the terrorists making their way straight out towards the A-bomb site, and with only pistols to try and defend, it's not going to be working out at all. Valiance just falling one by one. Emmy has the only AK for the CT side to actually try and work with, but he's going to get dropped pushing in through the smoke, and just there we go, one by one, all the players pushing in. I would have liked to have seen them maybe coordinate that attack a little bit more. And now back onto the buy. Valiance, they need to start building up some more rounds now. At this point, they probably want to pick up the remaining 4. Want to at least get up towards 7 if possible. It is usually a map that's slightly biased towards the CT side, maybe 9 to 6 or so. But look at this, I like this little adjustment coming in from the CT side. They're trying for some aggressive pushes. Emmy and Neno find one each. Intel also chimes in, and those 3 players that pushed up mid, they themselves are going to be able to take one and really put this in a good position now for Valiance. Trying to bring that back. Petit Tech finds one, but Joxic, he's going to be able to rain down bullets from the steps as he peeks in with that AWP and finds one more kill. Maniz, last man standing, 1-on-3. We've seen some clutches be pulled off already in this game, but is it going to be possible once again for Maniz, or is it too much to ask of him? As he looks to just try and creep out towards the A-bomb site. Doesn't even have control of the bomb. That's going to be a big problem. He can't even try and just get this bomb down. He has to actually try and reclaim it towards the middle where the CTs right now are just looking to try and regroup. We see that player who's in CT spawn beginning to slowly fall back off. Joxic posted up on this jungle angle. Maniz goes for the peek and he finds it. Finds that no scope. I mean, I believe he may have scoped for a moment rather, but he takes down the first and puts himself in a decent position now. 2 players to try and find Hunter underneath the window. And he's actually very cut off from his teammate at the moment. If he gets taken down here, this could be a problem for the Valiance side. But luckily enough, he finds that kill. He even managed to retrieve the op for Joxic. And Pride, they don't actually have the economy to buy, so going to be looking at a half buy, it seems. Just the players with the extra economy are going to be investing into some pistols and some Kevlar, ensuring that they can at least get some damage done. Drop some of these weapons for the CT side and give themselves a chance once they do get those rifles out to break the economy once again of the Valiance side. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing Valiance right or if it's actually Valiance. Let me know if I am correct and pronouncing that incorrect rather. As this round should be fairly easy, I believe, for the Valiance side. You see the first player already being taken down by Pride, from Pride rather. Mani is just pushing straight up connector. Not going to work out for him. Didn't actually check that stairs position. And now the remaining 4 just working towards middle. Looking to see if anyone from the CT side decides to go for a peek and hands away a kill. But I don't think that's really going to happen. Valiance, they know that they don't really have to get too aggressive when they already have this man advantage. And Joxic with the op, putting that even further more in their favour as he takes down yet another player. Petitek takes one eventually. But now 2 of those players at least have been spotted towards middle. A lot of info for Valiance to work with. Hunter on the secondary AWP finds a frag onto Morels. Now the last 2 in towards jungle and window, just looking to try and maybe get 1 or 2 more kills out of this if possible. Petitek retrieved himself an M4, but he's not able to get anything at all done with that one. And now it's all on to Tom. I don't think they're actually aware of his position at the moment. They're definitely cautious that there could be this final player in CT spawn. As you can see, Joxic just posted up on this with the op. Peeking in, low HP, could get taken down. And there we go, Tom finds it. Picks himself up the op. We should still see Intel in position now to just shut this down. And I don't really think Tom is going to get too much more done other than maybe 1 or 2 kills. But he doesn't even bother to take the AWP. Instead, sticking with the P250. He's thrown the op out of the map. I like this play. Going to be ensuring that it won't be retrievable for the CT side and continuing to get damage done. He's really making this costly for the CTs. But Emmy from behind should be denying this bomb plant now. And Tom, valiant effort. Ironically, considering Valiance is the name of the CT side rather instead. But he definitely put in a good effort there. He managed to take another couple of kills in the process. Causes the damage. And as you can see, Valiance now going to have to be working with a bit of a weaker buy into this one as Pride get out all the rifles that they need. Yeah, as you can see, Emmy is going to be relegated to an MP9 rather than that M4, but playing over towards that B-Ops, I guess it's not really too big of a deal. Joxic, nice find as we see a faster play coming in by Pride. Really fast up connector this time and also up short, but it seems like the trades will be going in favour of the CT side for the moment at least. Pride not really going to be giving up on that quite yet, going to be continuing on with this aggression, looking to try and bring it back in their own favour, but it's not working out right now. Reitz eventually does manage to find one and bring it back into a 2-on-3. Reitz and Morels, both of these players have been playing quite well, and they're continuing to do so as Reitz find themselves yet another frag. 1 more from Morels, leaves it all onto Emmy now, and the player that we mentioned didn't actually have the rifle to work with is going to be the last left in a 1-on-2. I'm not sure if there's an M4 at the moment that can be picked up for him to actually get himself a decent weapon to try and clutch this one out. Pushing straight into the bench. I don't think he's actually been spotted. Reitz could be caught off guard, and he has been indeed. The upgrade comes in. The op has been taken out by Emmy. Morels, he knows he has the HP advantage right now. He knows the damage has been done. He has the nade. He throws it out. That should connect it a tiny bit more. And now it's down to 34 for Emmy. 1 bullet of this AK, and he finds the pre-fire 1 tap. What a shot from Morels, and the op will also be retrieved. Pride 9-5, and this is a great T-half already by the Polish side as Valiance's economy once again has been reset. As you can see, they're not going to be working with a good buy into this one. Emmy has enough for the op. He will purchase that up and drop it over to, I believe, Joxic. Other than that, they only have a Mag 7 and CZs to work with. As Pride looks like they will go ahead and slow down the pace now. Previous round went quite well for them. Not early on, of course, but the clutch was successful. This time they'll slow it down, and Petitek actually gone very aggressive out towards ramp on his own here. He does have 1 player in Palace that I did not notice. Somewhere else going to be there to at least try and give some support, and both of those players are going to be able to chime in as they completely destroy this A-bomb site defense. Intel, he's going to be playing from connector with that Mag 7, but sadly the weapon he actually does manage to take down is a Mag 10, so it's not really much of an upgrade. And he is finding 1 more towards middle also means that I was going to say this should be easy enough for the Pride side, but as I saw Emmy taking 1 and Hunter in a great position to take that headshot, it is getting quite a bit dangerous now for the Pride side. Reitz and Morels should be just regrouping. making their way over towards this A bomb site where Morels has already managed to get himself quite a lot of control. And he spots out that up now also in connector. Hunter jumping up is going to be receiving a lot of damage, and the headshot does come in the end through the corner of the stairs. And now it's a one-on-one. Emmy yet again going to be left to try and clutch this one out as Reitz just goes straight for the bomb plant on default. Looking to get this down instantly as Emmy is actually himself looking to try and reposition and come in with a bit of maybe a surprise factor. He seems aware that the player may have moved. He's positioned himself now to just completely shut down Emmy as he creeps out. Doesn't expect the player to be to the left up on the bench. And that is going to be Pride taking themselves double digits in that first half. And with a 10-5 T side, they're looking very solid now to try and just close this one out on the CT side. Rather, Valiance are going to need to pick up the pistol, I believe, if they want to actually give themselves a chance to build this comeback. And as you can see, we won't be having a pause by any means. We will be instantly going into the action. It is going to be over on that CT side. Interestingly enough, 5 sets of Kevlar. No defuse kits are going to be coming out for this round. So we will see Pride looking to just try and take all the M-Joules, looking to try and brute force their way through this round. On the other hand, though, Valiance are going to be going quite heavy on that utility. They have 2 smokes, a Molotov, and 2 flashes. And early on, I believe that Molotov is going to be thrown out towards the connector position to stop any mid-aggression as the T's rather look to try and regroup in underpass and go for a bit of a faster round. The bomb does remain in the B apartments, though, along with one more player. Mani is getting the work done in towards middle. He finds 2 quick headshots, trying to find the triple. He will actually get denied by Emmy, but still good job has been done as it's a one-man advantage for the Pride side. Neno now finally looking to try and advance out of the B apartments along with, I believe that is Intel, looking to try and get some damage done. And Emmy towards middle is once again being spotted. Morels, he finds a kill from that window position, continuing on the work of Maniz. Petitek shuts down Intel also on the B-bomb site, and he finds the final headshot. Really nice P250 headshots coming out, as well as the USP ones from Maniz in that round by the CT side. As Pride 11-5, not looking too likely now that Valiance are going to be able to get too much done, as they do go for the force fight. If they pick this one up, perhaps they can still continue and building the comeback. But if Pride take this one, we are going to see them up 13-5 before Valiance actually do get the rifles out to try and contest. Let's see what we do see Valiant decide to go for with these pistols. Do they have a set plan? Or will we see them just kind of holding back and waiting to see what Pride go for, wait and see if any aggression comes in? And it seems like they will be just going for a fairly standard round. 3 players towards top mid though. It seems like some cess smokes have been thrown out towards B. And this pop flash been set up by Hunter. They should actually blind everyone towards middle. I myself have used this in the past and it's very solid. And there we go, it even blinds the player on short. Tom is going to be forced back. The terrorists are able to work their way out mid. Emmy finds the first. Reitz up close looking to try and find this trade as he does actually spot out the shadow of Intel. Managed to take down that first player, and it seems like the CTs will be able to take multiple frags back in their favour as the FAMAS of Tom also getting some work done. Joxic finds one, but doesn't seem like it's going to be nearly enough as it's still a 3-on-1 and Neno is the last man standing. And that's a bit of a mistake perhaps by Tom there to be just pushing up short all alone. Hands of FAMAS over. And Reitz and Petitek now need to make sure that they just stick together, ensure that the trade comes in, but doesn't seem to be needed as Petitek is able to catch the timing towards middle. Takes Neno down, uses that surprise element, and will be able to pick up the FAMAS, but at least a decent amount of damage was done by Valiance. That's really the only... It's really the only silver lining I can see in that round. As now the full eco coming in, Pride shouldn't really have any trouble at all being able to close this one out. A couple SMGs, rather one SMG is going to be purchased in. Oh, I was correct the first time, it is 2. I did not notice Reitz still also had a UMP. And it's Morels with the FAMAS to push up mid, take down 2 quick kills for himself, finds the bomb and knees. A little bit of an iffy spray towards under, but he does eventually manage to close that one out. And it is going to be a 13th round for Pride as they're 3 away from being able to get themselves this first map in the series. And a reminder for everyone watching, this is the map pick of Valiance. Mirage was chosen by the Serbian side and they haven't really been shown what they can do at the moment. Well, so far rather, as Pride have just been kind of rolling over them. But now the bike comes out, and as you can see, Pride have decided to actually keep these SMGs in. As Static has used to call it in the past, I don't think he does anymore. A Jaden round is going to be coming out. It is just going to be those SMGs kept on. The CT is not really looking to upgrade because they still have the economy left over. If they lose this one, then they get the full rifles out. And in this one, they'll be their main focus, of course, will be to win the round. But a little bit of a bonus is just any damage that they can get done. And as you can see, aggression going to be coming in as they look to try and get something done with the SMGs. And it comes back eventually in their own favour as they do manage to get themselves into a 3-on-3. But losing one more player instantly, it will be the terrorists now just looking to try and commit onto this B-bomb site. And it looks like it should be successful as Neno finds 1 kill on A. And they're going to just begin to back off now. Look to try and group up. Just make sure that they do manage to, if they do find this final player rather on one of these bomb sites, they are together to ensure that he won't be able to find more than one kill. Tom, nice find there on the Joxic, upgrades his way towards an AK, and he should be aware that they were making their way towards the A bomb site, especially now that he hears the steps of Neno in towards jungle. Spamming into the smoke, some damage is going to be done, but he's not going to be able to find the kill. So Intel getting this bomb down with ease, and we should see both of these players now just setting up a very solid after plant, ensuring that they have that crossfire, or that they have the positions that they can just play the time on this bomb. Tom has a defuse kit, but he is actually going to be going for this. It seems like he is actually just going to try and wrap around, but the footsteps are being heard. Intel should be finding this kill, and there you go. The headshot comes in, rather. So Valiance getting themselves another round onto the board finally. They are still only working with 6 to the 13 of Pride, but giving themselves a chance now to try and actually have some room to work with on the terrorist side. Give themselves a chance to actually try and get something done, rather than Pride just rolling over them instantly. Who picked Mirage? Valiance chose Mirage. So, as I mentioned before, not putting up the best performance on their own map choice. Not what you'd want to see in a best of 3. Especially with one of the better maps once again coming up following for Pride. As now it is going to be the buy still coming in by Pride. Then actually it's going to be a double op setup. So going all in instantly. That's why they decided to keep those SMGs. I guess wanted to try and get this out early on. Perhaps it's their secret weapon, Petit Tech. I believe he is actually a stand-in for this lineup for Luz. I'm not sure if Luz has been removed or if he's just not able to play at the moment, but T-Tech looking to try and bring out this double up setup, something that you can kind of just be a bit more maneuverable with, have a bit more freedom. You don't really have to be drilled into those setups quite as solidly. As now they will just continue on with this default, it seems, the Valiant side. Very little utility left. They do have 2 smokes, a lot of Molotovs at least to work with, which is a positive, and that means we could be seeing a bit of a heavy XQ coming in towards one of these bomb sites. And how has Hunter got himself into this position? How has Hunter managed to get himself in towards Kitchen? And he's not going to be taking the shot quite yet. He knows Petit Tech is playing in this position, but he wants to see if there's another player waiting on the B bomb site. And he's going to be just waiting for his teammates to get the contact first, and he eventually just goes ahead and capitalizes on it, rather, takes the headshot for himself. One more player playing underneath the apartment's window will also be found by Hunter, who's putting in a great job in this round. One more player in Kitchen. Hunter, he doesn't look like he's going to be stopping anytime soon. He's looking to continue trying to cause some chaos, as he is just going to be trying to hunt down these kills, and it seems like the CTs have already decided to go for the save. Reitz and Morel is just going to be backing off. As the remaining 3 players for Valiance, they are just going to begin to back off and ensure that they can keep these weapons alive. They themselves don't have a lot of economy. They have very little. If they were to lose one more, they would be struggling, maybe forced onto an SMG or so in the following round. So I'm not sure if hunting is worth it, but it seems like they are going to be going for it. Morels finds Joxic. Hunter still in the T-spawn. May spot out the head of Morels, but he seems like he's just going to back off. Morels, he's aware that there could be a player holding this position. Doesn't want to risk throwing that AWP away. Rather, that rifle away. It was Reitz that had the AWP, I believe. But now Valiance getting themselves a little bit closer. Beginning to narrow this gap, reduce the deficit of rounds that they're working with. And it's going to be a bit of a weaker buy coming in by Pride. They will be leaving those 3 players that died to just go for the full eco. The rest of the players working with, rather the 2 players working with those saved weapons, the AWP and the AK, of course, could get quite a lot of damage done. We're aware what one player can get done with just one single weapon into his hands. But then again, Reitz and Morels are going to have to step up massively if they want to actually take this round. Right now, we do see a bit of a faster play coming in towards the B-bomb site. Morels is not really in any sort of position, as is Reitz. As both of those players over on the A-bomb site, they made a bit of a gamble. And it is just going to be Valiance completely shutting this one down. Pride, once again, I believe, should be just saving. As Reitz finds 1 kill, at least, to cause a bit of damage to the economy of Valiance. And I think Pride, they of course want to save, but they have the money coming into this following round. If they can get a couple more kills out of this, that would also be a really good situation for them to work with. Because as we can see, the economy extremely weak for Valiant at the moment. They are working with 800, 1700 and 1500 onto the 3 players that are alive. Hunter, the only real one that has any sort of bank built up. As Neno takes down Reitz, drops the AWP. Morel's now the last man standing, just looking to try and save this towards the top of middle. And now with 5 rounds in the difference, it will be Pride managing to buy themselves back up once again. Knee is on the AWP, it will be this time. We saw him rocking that the majority of the time on the terrorist side, but this is the first time I believe that he's actually brought out solo, at least last time Petit Tech also had one. So let's see what he's going to decide to go for now that he's the only op force that's going to be working for the CT side. Joxic, of course, has that for the Valiance team as well. And right now it seems to be a default with actually a lot of presence put over towards the B apartments, just leaving one player holding ramp, one player making presence towards top middle, so that Pride will be on their tippy toes, at least aware that there could be some players working in from middle, and they're not too comfortable just kind of giving that position up on the map. They have to actually put some presence towards it. There's now Valiance regrouping up towards the B apartments, and aggression towards under could be caught off guard by Joxic, and there we go. A great headshot comes in, manages to connect it through the corner of the wood. He does receive a dink in return, but he does remain alive, and that's what's important. There's now 2 players on the speed bomb site. Looks like they will have a lot of terrorists coming in the direction now any moment, as we do see one player up on the balcony. Petit-Tech is going to be looking to try and get it done, but he only finds one, as Emmy also takes down Tom over towards short, and the B-bomb site now fully under the control of Valiance. And another kill coming in favor of Emmy means Reitz as the last man standing once again. May just look to try and save. Seems to be the trend for the Pride side so far on this CT. On this CT side, since they've swapped over to the defense, they've had to just go for these saves a lot. We've seen Valiance kind of just overwhelm one bomb site's defense, and force Pride to not really have any sort of chance other than to save. When you're working with such a heavy disadvantage, those retakes can be almost impossible. So, Valiance, it seems like they're finally beginning to warm up. They are getting themselves into this game and getting ever so closer now towards the double digits, as I think we should see Pride ecoing into this following round. They're not really going to have the money to buy. Reitz, hopefully for the sake of Pride, will be able to save this M4. But he is being hunted. Does find the first onto Emmy, and I don't think there's anyone in position to actually be able to find that trade. So yeah, there we go. He is going to save the M4 over. As I mentioned, the economy of Pride, not great. They are just going to be working with that one M4 and maybe a couple of upgraded pistols. And actually, Mani is working with some extra economy, also gets some Kevlar to go with, as does Morel. So they have at least a bit of firepower to back themselves up with. I'd like to see Reitz maybe go for a bit of an aggressive play early on, try and actually put that one-man advantage in their favour. Maybe send one more player with him to ensure that the trade comes in so that they can manage to keep that man advantage if he does get traded out himself by one of those terrorists. As now it is going to be a default once again by the T side, but very little mid control other than just Hunter looking to actually try and hold towards the top of mid himself, selling a small bit of presence, using that utility, and up against the pistols, it looks like he will just back off now, make sure that he stays with his teammates, because the CT is, as we've seen in the past, something that they can go for is they can flash over mid and just try and face that position altogether, and that can be really dangerous, especially when you're solo on that position. Mani, look at this aggression. I really like this. Mani is making a play, finds that first kill, may get a second. He does a lot of damage, but he himself is down to 2 HP after going for the reload. He will actually go for the reface. He managed to hold that angle, wait for the headshot, as Neno just peeks directly out into his crosshair. And now over towards B, we will see Hunter looking to try and open this side of the map up. He finds the first 2. Reitz with that M4 is able to find a single kill before getting taken down. And Hunter, he's showing up massively as he comes in with a quick triple kill. And now it's all onto Morels and Minis. Both of these players are at least working with rifles. Mini is extremely low, but as is Hunter, so it's a fairly close situation at the moment. And Morels finds the first. All onto Toxic, or rather onto Joxic now with his AWP to try and clutch it out 1-on-2, and the timing just does not work out. He unscopes just as we see Morels peeking out from the kitchen, and it will be that round going in favour of Pride. And that's not what you want to see if you're a Valiance fan. Getting so close to managing to build up this comeback for themselves, but Pride coming in when they only have a half buy. Managing to get themselves up to 40, and that leaves very little room now for Valiance to work with. If errors are made, they could be facing at best overtime. So from this point out, they need to play flawlessly if they actually want to try and take this during the regulation. As now we finally see a full buy coming in from both sides. They will have everything they need to work with. Plenty of utility for both Valiance and Pride, as all the smokes and molotovs will be purchased up. The op onto both Maniz and Joxic. Over towards middle though, this time Valiance looking to try and put a lot more pressure. In the past we've mostly seen just one player coming towards his position along with those smokes. This time they have 4 players in position, and it looks like they may be looking to just try and find an opening towards either of these bomb sites. Maybe get a player into connector. Maybe get a player up short into that ladder room to give them the options of splitting onto one of those bomb sites. As Hunter goes in towards connector, and Intel also up towards short, up on top of the little fence, just trying to hold that angle in towards window. Morels, he's playing up very close to this smoke, and I was about to say it looks like he's tempted to try and push in, and it's not going to work out. Even with a flash from Maniz, that angle from Hunter was immune to the position that the flash actually managed to land towards. And Tom from the ladder room, I did not notice he was in this position, able to take down Joxic, puts us back into a 4-on-4. But of course, Valiant's still going to be in favour of the terrorist side, being able to just weaken that CT defense a bit, make it be spread much more thinly, and now they will begin to just regroup, I presume. 38 seconds for them to work with. They need to make a decision soon, and that decision looks to be towards the A-bomb site. One player looking towards middle can just hold for the rotates, cut off any players who tried to come in from short. And the other three now looking to try and group up as 2 from ramp and 1 from palace. Let's see if they are going to be able to overwhelm this defense. That is the question. 2 players in position to try and hold this down. We do see Reach towards the back of the bomb site. He is going to be able to take down the first as he finds Hunter, and he takes down Emmy. Meniz with the op chiming in towards Neno should be able to seal this round in favor of Pride. And as you can see, that is going to be map point gained by the Polish side. 15-9, as now 6 rounds in a row that Valiance are going to have to try and take if they want to actually be able to keep themselves into this map. This is their own map pick. Not really going to be willing to give this up so easily to Pride. They will want to keep trying to contest this, of course. They are going to try and do their best, but with a buy that's not ideal, it is going to be difficult. They have the op, they have an AK onto Intel, but other than that, it's going to be 2 CZs and a Mac 10 onto Emmy. And it looks like we will see a bit of a change coming in by Valiance. We haven't really seen them go into these executes early on. It can be something that's extremely dangerous, especially when Pride have managed to build themselves up such a solid economy. There's plenty of utility for them to try and slow down this push. So once these smokes go down by Valiance, I'd expect lots of Molotovs, lots of nades, and lots of flashes to just come down and really kind of just stop them in their tracks, not allow them to actually advance out of the ramp position or at least past Tetris. As now they will begin to move out, but as I say that, the CTs have kind of actually moved away from the bomb site itself, so they're not going to be in position to put down too much utility to actually try and delay this push. Instead, the T is going to be able to push up towards the steps. Neno, the man who's looking to try and lead the way, he is low HP. And it's going to be Morels instead to begin getting the work done as he takes down the first player. Reitz and CT Spawn needs to be wary of the player who's pushed aggressively into jungle. But now on a 5-1-4 Pride, they're going to be happy enough with allowing that bomb plant to go in favour of Valiance. They know that they have the advantage coming in towards this retake. One player spotted out on the steps there by Reitz, and it is going to actually be Tom to manage to pick up one, and Emmy trades back with the Mac 10, and now it's all onto this one player. He has the op, but it's not going to be enough. He doesn't connect the shot on towards Tom, and he will be taken down as Pride take the first map 16-9, and we will throw it now back to the analyst desk to discuss this game, rather.
And that's it for the first map. Pride takes the win 16-9 over Valiance and company, and their one map advantage.